Now things are almost complete on this outside of our house. The only thing that we have left to do is modify this front wall so its profile matches the underside of our roof. Now you can see if I select on this wall right here, it's not going up high enough to be able to match the roof up above it. If I use this command that we've used in the past called attach top base, and then I select on this roof, in the past this has always cleaned everything up and just made it look right, much like this front gable that we see over here. The problem is though, if we select on this roof, you can see that attach top base misses an entire portion. The reason is that this brick wall doesn't actually go all the way over to here. Now when it's finally constructed it will, but the base of it is stopping just past where we can see it here in the elevation view. In reality, there's going to be a little brick ledge up here that's going to be holding some of this brick up in order to finish the view off and make it look right aesthetically from the front elevation of the house. Now, that brick ledge isn't something we're going to need to model in. It's something you would just note, maybe throw in a couple of lines and say that it's there and kind of go on. There's no reason to model it in Revit. But in order to show it here, we have to be able to modify this wall so that we can see the brick coming over and coming down and being in the correct location. So to begin with, while I could do it in a 3D view, there's a lot of little accuracy problems because you're trying to draw this in sort of a perspective and it just doesn't turn out quite right. If I tried to draw here to here, there might end up being just a little gap here or there that I would miss in this view. So I like coming into my elevation views, in this case my south elevation view, and be able to make those changes here where I'm looking completely straight on at my brick wall. I'm going to select on the wall and then click on the big edit profile button that appears when the wall is selected. It's going to give us just kind of a warning message saying that it can no longer keep this shape, which is attaching itself to the roof. If we do this command, that's okay, that doesn't bother us. We already kind of knew this already because whenever you click on edit profile, it'll automatically change the wall back to the shape it was when it was first drawn. So from here, I'm going to select on this line and click on the delete key. Next, I'm going to select on this line up here and start to draw in my shape. Now Revit just kind of naturally likes to snap itself to the angles. In this case, the roof is following. It's kind of hard to describe, but when you start to move your mouse, it almost feels like it's jumping along those angles. So you know that you have it. Once you get this blue dashed line, go ahead and click. Start to move down. You'll kind of feel like it's snapping to the right locations. Once you get to a point where you're well below this, in fact, you'll probably get another blue dashed line that kind of appears. Just go ahead and click once, come down. The exact locations don't really matter. I know in reality the brick is probably going to be coming straight across right here and up, and you could model it that way if you wanted to. But for what we're going to see, whether it be in building sections or front elevations, the shape that we're doing is going to work just fine. So come straight down. When you see the blue line going down at the angle, as well as the blue dashed line coming straight up, go ahead and click. And we can finish that off by using this tool right here, the Trim Extend Corner tool, to trim these lines together. And once this is all one continuous line, you can click on the big green check mark up above. Don't worry about this warning message. We'll just go ahead and say unjoin elements to this, and we'll just want to make sure that nothing strange has happened, like a wall moving or something getting deleted. Most likely it hasn't, but it's always good whenever you get a warning message just to verify that nothing bad has occurred. We'll take a look at it from underneath, from the sides. All in all, it looks like it's turned out really well. If you want to be able to make these kind of modifications so that your wall can follow the underneath of a roof, always remember, if the wall material doesn't go all the way over to this edge, or if you want to create some sort of odd custom shape with the wall, you can always use the Edit Profile tool in order to be able to draw the perimeter of the wall, and the wall will automatically take on the form that you've drawn.